Hey everybody, remember a little while back my niece and I had started those seeds using that rack that we had gotten from Vego. Well, she sent me an update. She texted it to me. She has some questions, so we're going to watch this and we're going to give her some advice as we do this. So let's see exactly what she has to say.
Oh my goodness. Yes, this is full of water. Why are you guys being so hectic? The Lizzies, if we go back, we had our first Lizzie sprout on day 7. It was just the one guy though. Oh, okay. All right, get that all cleaned up because, oh my goodness, my cats are being demons right now. Okay, it is officially day 13. And as you can see, we have a lot of sprouts. And if I refer back to my little thing, we got Hershel. Sorry, the cats are getting into everything. Day 5 is when we had our first sprouts of coleus. And as you can see, they have just blossomed since then. Look at that. There's so many of them. Thank you, Hershel. And then the cool part, the paprika, if you can tell, is red. It's so cute. Look at those little red guys. They're so cute. Oh, the dome's kind of getting in the way here, huh? Look at those guys. They're so happy.
I absolutely love how excited she is about this. As soon as she saw one coleus starting to sprout, I got a text right away with a picture saying, we have green, we have green. So she's really loving this. And I'm looking at this, it's probably, we're at the point where we could probably keep those humidity domes off. In fact, I asked Nicholas over at Nick's Backyard Blooms, I'm like, you've grown a lot of coleus and lisianthus, when do you take your humidity domes off? And he said when about half his seeds have germinated, he takes those humidity domes off. So we're well past that. Also looking at this, we heavily seeded those little trays, you know, and there's the segmented trays. Probably because we have seeded so heavily, we could have just put the soil in just a container and just sprinkled the seeds in, and you know, because we're going to have to either cull these or separate them out later anyway. But since Vego had sent us those trays and they're really, really nice, we did want to test them out. So Emily's going to have some work getting those divided because she is committed to actually dividing them rather than killing some of the plants. Truth is though, sometimes if you try to, you know, if you have 2 and you're trying to save 1, sometimes you end up killing them both. But she's pretty meticulous. So we'll see how she does. She'll learn some lessons, I think, from this. I will suggest to her that, you know, at least in one of her trays, sacrifice some so that she knows that, you know, she has the 2 different techniques and then she can see which way works best for her. Because this is kind of new to both of us. So we don't want to take as many risks as may be necessary. So let's continue this video, see what else she has to say.
Then we got one more little row of wizard right here. Oh, I redid some tags. Uncle Corey's was not up to par. Hershel. I got water out, so the cats are very excited for that because we do need to. We'll do a little bit of water on the bottom for these guys. They still look pretty moist, but just to have them soak up a little bit of fresh water. But I'll have to double check with Uncle Corey, obviously. I did have to open up the top dome just a little bit because we were having a little bit of a mold problem for a bit there. So I opened them up a little bit, but it definitely doesn't have as much condensation as it did before, which kind of sucks, but that's okay. You can see there's still some mold right there. I've been trying to get it out. We do have a little bit of algae forming too. And let's take a look at the Lizzies.
So definitely once she takes those humidity domes off, she's going to really notice that she's going to have to really monitor the water really carefully. Putting a fan on it also is going to cause that water to evaporate a little bit faster. So it's going to be a bit of a job for her, but I think she's definitely got this and she's loving every minute of it.
Okay, so on day 7, we had our first Lizzie sprout. Sorry, my handwriting's, I wasn't really focusing too much on it. Trying to remember what happened here. Yeah, there's some mold on the old tags. I'll show you that because I didn't swap out these tags yet. But we only had, that I could tell, I'm gonna have to redo these domes because they're a little too small. And I think it's kind of suffocating them.
Okay, let me start by saying, boy, our humidity dome made with the saran wrap looks pretty rough and probably not ideal. And I'm curious if it's probably time to remove those too, because she did say she had some lisianthus sprouts. So let's see what she has in there.
But right there's our one Lizzie But, oh, I gotta see more. See, it's hard to see with this saran wrap. Trying to get this off for you guys. So here's our pride and joy.
I don't know if I should tell her or if she's going to find out on her own. There's a pretty good chance that that is not a lisianthus that's growing there. So that could be, maybe something that was in the soil or just, something that got in there. But I do see little green specks that are the little lisianthus that are sprouting. So that is really good news because, I mean, I've heard so many stories that lisianthus are so slow and they don't, take or whatever. But I did hear from people saying that it's between now and when they get to kind of a bigger size that people usually end up killing them because they either overwater them or they don't water them or they just kind of aren't paying close enough attention to them. So we'll see how that goes. Let's take another look.
So here's our pride and joy, and I believe he is a...
And when she said mold, I thought, oh, maybe she meant algae, but it looks like around that little post, there is a little bit of mold growing there. And she said there was some on the tags. So that's something that, she identified that right, probably.
Can't really get a good focus on it. It's a little bright down here. There we go. There's our big guy. But I did notice we have a little guy right there. How cute. There might be some more. One right there. One right there. Yeah, so we got a few, but as you can tell, we're having a little bit of an algae problem. So I'm waiting for some word back from my Uncle Corey so we can, try to fix it. I don't know how to fix it.
Okay, so what is your advice? Would you add more vermiculite, or do you think once we remove the domes that's going to help it? I mean, I'm not super worried about algae. That is pretty common, at least when I'm soil blocking in the past. So I don't, freak out about it. But hey, if you have some better advice, I'm sure there's 100 videos on this as well. But we're just kind of winging it. I'm going to be honest.
But as you can see, these little paper tags that he put in are very moldy. So I'm going to get the new tags. I'm going to redo the saran tops to make it a little bit more like these ones if I can. But here is the next batch over. You can see a little sprig. Maybe another one right there. If I could focus. There we go. They're definitely a little bit slower, but as you can see, the saran wrap is getting a little too close to the soil. So I need to redo that. This cord fell on it too, so it's not like that. Hershel, please get out of my seeds. Thank you. And here's a first love seed, or sapling seed, sprig, whatever you want to call it. A little guy right there, but I think this is pushing down on him. And we have quite a bit of algae in here too. The moisture is really good in here. Oh, look at that guy. Do you see that little guy right there? Yeah. We'll get a better close-up when I go to redo these.
And I did send her some fertilizer. I just picked a brand that I had seen another YouTuber use, so I had been influenced. But I think it was a brand I was familiar with, so I wasn't afraid to use that. But this is probably too early to put fertilizer on these seedlings. They're a little too tender, and that fertilizer could burn them, even if it's a mild fertilizer. They probably don't need it quite yet. At least that's my understanding of the scenario. So I won't go after that. I won't recommend that. I did also send her some more seeds, and I sent her some catnip and some cat grass because, as you can see, her cats are very, very involved in this process, and I'm sure they'll appreciate that. So that's coming her way, and that's something she's going to probably keep indoors, I'm guessing. So she could probably start that early as well. I also sent her, she had mentioned that sensitive plant that I had sent her years ago, and she didn't have any luck with it germinating. So I'm hoping this might be another chance for her to give it a try, but it's too early to start that one. What else does I have in sent her way? There's a couple things that are coming kind of farther down the road. Oh, I sent her milkweed plant. I thought maybe she could try some winter sowing with that. So when I get back up there, I'll probably do a little winter sowing with her as well. So we've got a lot planned. So we're just kind of rolling with it. It is nice for me because I am 4.5 hours away at my house, and she's down closer to my parents. So that means, she's able to take care of this stuff, whereas I'm going to be on the road a little bit over the next couple of weeks. I've got some kind of exciting video plans. So I'm looking forward to showing you where I'm going to end up. And I wouldn't be able to do these seeds, if I was traveling. So having her do these, it really does work out really well. And she really does love it. And I'm super glad that I can kind of foster this in her, because I don't know that she would have started seeds at home, she probably would have waited till we opened up the greenhouses and maybe tried stuff later. So it's just nice to see this enthusiasm. I think she has some other cute videos of the cats, so maybe I should just close out with cute videos of the cat. And Emily is loving that light shelf that we got from Vego Garden. It's working out really well. And I do want to remind you that we are still doing the fundraiser, that we're raising some money from 4-H. Anything that you buy at vegogarden.com and you use our code, you're going to basically be contributing a portion of your sale will be going to our fundraiser for 4-H. And also you can get $10 off. So, you know, little bonus with that. So we do appreciate that. Otherwise, let's just see what those cats are up to.
So my Uncle Corey sent some catgrass seeds and some catnip seeds, which you can tell Hershel is very excited about and he can't wait. And he also sent a whole bunch of milkweed seeds, which I didn't even realize they came in different colors, especially not so many colors. We got orange, common pink, swamp white, swamp pink, and showy pink. So that's really cool. I'm very excited about those. All the little monarch caterpillars will be very happy. And I don't know if he did this to spite me or for me to get my redemption arc, but we have this is what I called a tickle me plant in the last video, the one that I had no success with. And I guess that's its actual name. But it's supposed to move when you go to touch it. All the leaves start to close. So I wonder if I'll be able to actually get that to grow this time. That'd be pretty cool. So yeah, we got a lot of seeds in the future. Excuse you, sir. Alright, that's enough. Oh, look at it, you're getting cat hair in that water. I'm going to have to change it now. Not you, too. The inspectors are trying to decide if the water is the right temperature for the plants or not.